let's say the sales are coming in. Now you need to figure out how to automate processes. I think cloud technology adoption was a major trend prior to COVID. It's now massive. I think everything is moving to the cloud. So as a kind of small or mid-sized organization owner or manager, like how do you embrace cloud technology? We asked one of our heads of system integrations, Michael Marshall, this question. Over to you, Cham.
Thanks, Lo. Okay, so let's start off with what is cloud technology. So cloud technology is also known as cloud computing, and the main function is to deliver different services via the internet, such as data storage, software applications, and for those who are into cryptocurrency, blockchain and ledger applications. Now, these are 3 points. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of different applications when it comes to cloud technology. So I'd like to meet Peter. Peter is the owner of a small software development company based in South Africa. Peter wants to scale his business, but he's facing a couple of roadblocks, as most entrepreneurs do. So he has limited resources, he has a small team size, and he isn't sure what the demand would be like for his services. So Peter knows that he's going to need to expand on his tech stack if he's going to meet his growth targets, as Lo and Donna mentioned, the BHAGs that they have in place. So Peter decides he's going to do a comparison between an on-premises solution versus a cloud-based solution. And to just give you guys an example, this picture that you see on the left-hand side that looks like a spaceship is an on-premises solution. The one on the right is basically a cloud solution. Clean, tidy, just connect to the internet, and there you go. So the first thing Peter does is he looks at scalability, specifically starting with the on-premises solution. So firstly, he finds out that it's more expensive to set up. There are fewer options to choose from. Once you scale up, it's difficult and expensive to scale down, and it's expensive to maintain. So then we went on to look on the cloud, and basically he found that with the cloud, you only pay for what you use. There are lots of options to choose from. It's easy to scale down as well as up as your business changes, and there's no maintenance required. So then we went on to look at server storage. So with an on-premises solution, you require a lot of space to house the servers. So for any of you who have an on-premises solution, you'll know that there's this dark room somewhere in your office that sounds like an aeroplane. It looks like an aeroplane sometimes, and below is a little picture of a whole bunch of cables and mess. It's not nice. And then there's, due to all these servers and space and stuff, there's going to be an increased cost when it comes to electricity. And we look at the cloud, you don't need space because everything is hosted by a cloud service provider. And therefore you're going to save money. So if we look at security, on-premises solution, there's less data security. And it's not just hacking you need to worry about. It's things like fires, tsunamis, Mary walking from the kitchen with a cup of coffee and tripping and messing coffee all over your servers. So it's all of those type of things. And due to these security risks, there's additional admin and SOPs that need to be in place. So additional security protocols. Whereas with the cloud, it's much more secure. You have backup of backups, and your data is often spread across multiple different countries. And the security protocols are kept up by your cloud service providers and always kept up to date. It's important to note that they're kept up to date by professionals who've been doing this for many years, and large teams, not just John from down the road. It's a proper team that's doing this for you. Then we have data loss. So you saw with that picture just now, if your data wasn't backed up and you had a fire on your on-premises solution, your data is most likely gone, and the chance to recover that is going to be very unlikely. In the event that you did have a backup, the time to recover that lost data would be complex and it would take some time. Whereas with the cloud, they have a robust disaster recovery measure in place. Sorry. And this is because they have teams, massive teams spread across the world who specialize in this. And then the time to recover is relatively quick and easy. And the reason being is cloud technology is built to be user-friendly and intuitive. They don't want you to have 3 degrees in order to work their systems and software. Then when it comes to maintenance, on-premises solution, you're going to need additional staff to run those spaceships. Whereas with the cloud, you don't need any additional staff. And the reason being is your cloud service provider does that for you, and they specialize in that. So in conclusion, Peter decided to go with the cloud route for his expanding business, as was low risk, low cost, more secure, and it gave him the freedom to grow without having to worry about system updates, security protocols, data loss, and all of those things. So to any of those who are considering the 2 options, just go cloud, save yourself